I just wanted to take a step back when I'm over here on the right. My name is Paul Litz. I want to go back. I found it interesting how when they received their independence from the Soviet Union, you referred back to that we would go back to the old constitutional, which is kind of complicated because we had more than one, and then going back to voting and going back to statehood, which kind of put us into this perspective, because in the Constitution, not everyone could vote in the old Constitution. You had to be a subject. You had to own property, $300,000, $500,000, which kind of goes back to the psyche of the Hawaiian people at that time and the overthrow and the reason why we didn't vote, because the majority of the people couldn't vote because they didn't own property. And then so you look into the psyche of that and the reason why we didn't vote and the reason why Hawaiians, the majority of Hawaiians, didn't vote for the statehood. So if you can explain to me, we would first, if we did go back to that occupation, I found that interesting. I've never seen that side before, so I am referring to you. We would have to decide on which constitution we would go to, probably the last one or second to the last one. And then when it comes to that, if it was fair, because then you would have to be a landowner and a subject of Hawaii in order to, so if you could go into that a little bit, I'd appreciate it.
Sure, just real quick. You meant me? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. Sorry. I just didn't want to, like, you know.
I kind of would like everyone's perspective.
But as far as the going back to the previous constitution, the last legal constitution was the 1864 Constitution. But in terms of the voting base, the electorate, there's someone doing their dissertation on that right now. But the idea of jus sanguinis, which is basically parentage, yeah, that doesn't classify you according to the laws of the Constitution. It classifies you according to whether you were a citizen at that time. So what that means is that even though, according to the 1864 Constitution, only men could vote, that doesn't mean that that would be the case today, because we're looking at it in terms of who counts as a citizen, and whoever counts as a citizen would be able to participate in that process.
So the landowner and just straight males would be...
Yeah, as far as bringing back all of the laws of the 1864 Constitution, if we're looking at the Baltic states, what they did is they pulled forward 3 to 5 laws from the old constitutions, not all of them. And then they put forth a process to establish a new constitution or make amendments to the old constitution. So you don't have to, basically you don't have to go back and take all of the laws from the 1864 Constitution and bring them up to nowadays. You pull forward some of them, the ones necessary, to start the process. And then and it would be anyone who counts as a Hawaiian Kingdom subject.
But who decided that? Did they form a government to decide on what laws they were going to...
Well, as far as the parentage idea, that's an international law concept. So that's as far as that goes. But as far as which laws they pulled forward, once they put together that legislature, they decided it.
So a government was formed?
Yes, a temporary government for the transition. But, sorry, anybody else?
I'm going to go here, and then there's 2 people over